Thanks for staying with us. Moving on now to the Punch. FG to ban Naira from crypto trading platforms. Woman shot, scores injured as police tear gas Delta protesters. Evacuation. Lagos task force threatened to kill us in Osun Forest, victims allege. Nigerians reject electricity tariff cut, demand total reversal. EFCC grills 6 senior NSCDC officers over 6 billion naira fraud. Shetima shelves US trip as presidential jet develops faults mid-air. FG orders resignation of 1.9 million POS operators. Ooh. And France rules out siting military base in Nigeria. Okay, which story?
Okay. Let me take the picture story in the Punch. So the Ugeli Uteri women were protesting against, police extortion, and the police responded. So one middle-aged woman was shot while many others sustained injuries when the police resorted to forceful dispersal of a group of protesting women in Ugeli, the Oteri Ugeli, in the Ugeli North local government area of Delta State. They were protesting harassment and extortion by policemen in the community. And before you knew it, one thing turned to yam pepper scatter scatter. And the women protesters carried placards showing, saying they are law-abiding citizens, that the police should stop making their life difficult. Police are making our lives difficult for our poor and innocent citizens. But when the securities operatives responded, they used tear gas against the unarmed women and shot one middle-aged woman in the leg while others were beaten silly. 2 leaders of the protesting women who volunteered to speak with journalists, Harvest and Mrs. Vivian Akpari, alleged that the police unlawfully arrested and detained their children and those who were on errands, and she said that they were made to part with about 150,000 to 200,000 to secure their release. The story continues online. I was trying to get the online before I finished, with the picture here, and it's sad the way you can see the picture story of the people admitted in hospital. If police extortion was what they were protesting against, I would like to hear the Delta State PRO. He's always very vocal like that on this one, and to explain what exactly happened. What was the criminality that they were trying to prevent, that they decided to kill citizens that they were made to protect?
Okay, another story in Punch?
Yeah, it's a major headline. So the dollar speculation has led the Securities and Exchange Commission to delist Naira from all peer-to-peer crypto platforms as the government is trying to use the effort to tackle the exchange rates manipulators and dollar racketeers. So the peer-to-peer platforms are platforms where they are able to, people dealing within the cryptocurrency, blockchain, are able to transfer funds from one individual to another individual. The Securities and Exchange Commission Director General, Emomitsimi Agama, said that the government is going to do everything possible to stop the speculators. Said the racketeering going on is putting Nigeria at risk. He said the nation has a future, and the future is dependent on patriotism of the people. We can't wish away patriotism, that whatever would bring dishonor to our country, we must try to avoid it. He had a meeting with the stakeholders. These are CBAN. They are the stakeholders in the Blockchain Technology Association of Nigeria, and those people are already the formal companies, OKX, Bits Bata, and other platforms under that CBAN membership had already agreed to stop dealing in Naira. But there are other ones that are still dealing in Naira, and they are saying, the SEC is saying they're going to do everything to stop those from doing their transactions because it's threatening the Naira. And he also mentioned that they are doing meetings with other platforms that they found to be culpable in this to stop. I wish Nigeria can be more patriotic, because if it works for us, and if it doesn't work, we would all be affected.
So let me talk about power. So Nigerians on Monday rejected the Band A customers review. If you recall, NEC had reviewed it from 225 naira per kilowatts to 206 naira per kilowatts. And the Nigerian Labour Congress, trade unions, Nigerian Association, Chambers of Commerce, and even the National Assembly have all asked for a total and complete reversal to the subsidy era tariff. The new tariff announced on Monday came 33 days after NEC had raised the electricity tariff for Band A to 225 naira per kilowatts. However, the federal government is saying the Minister of Power Special Advisor on Media Bolaji Tunji, maintained that the major problem of the industry is liquidity. And you cannot get that liquidity if you don't have the cost-reflective tariff. And only those who can pay cost-reflective are those in the Band A. He argued that if people are now saying that there should be total reversal of the tariff, then we don't want the industry to survive because money has to be paid to the gas companies. This money can only come from whatever is generated. So it's those two. What do we do? Power is not cheap anyway. So I guess those within the Band A expect them to pay. I wonder why they are. I mean, we can understand the issues, but hey. Moving on quickly now to the Vanguard. Petrol scarcity, why pump price is high in our station, says Ipman. Edo 2024, PDP, APC governorship aspirants resign from parties. 1.3 trillion debt cuts Genco's capacity to 35%. Atiku becoming fond of distorting facts to discredit Tinubu's presidency. Technical fault in aircraft aborts Shetima's trip to US-Africa summit. Electricity FG slashes band A tariff by 8%. And claims of foreign military base in Nigeria fall, says federal government. Okay.
I want to take the story of the power sector because it's linked to the last story you took from Punch. In this particular story, it's been revealed that despite the fact that we have 27 power plants connected to the national grid with the capacity of 12,249 megawatts, the huge debts of 1.3 trillion naira has pushed this entire, instead of us generating 12,000 megawatts, we are barely generating 4,000 megawatts, just 34%, because people are being owed money. The Gencos are being owed money. They've complained bitterly about the fact that they can't produce enough because they have not been paid from the previous one. They are laying the blame at the Nigerian Bulk Electricity Trading PLC. They said these people are the ones that have led to the accumulation of the 1.3 trillion debts, and that they said currently on a monthly basis the cost of providing energy, at least supplying, the cost they're meant to pay Gencos is 240 billion naira. All of this is impacting on the total general production capacity of the country because the companies are not willing to. It leads a bit of credence to what Mariah said concerning how the electricity, the MEC is saying that we can't have
liquidity is required.
Liquidity is required because there is a lot of debts on ground right now. They said the capacity payment, that there is an unfair way payment is being done. And I remember that Otumba mentioned it here, that some people are getting more money and so the Gencos are not getting money. These costs are being covered and the Gencos are not generating. So if we want to see more power being supplied across board, then we must be able to pay the debts currently on ground and also pay cost-reflective tariff according to them.
Okay. So, according to the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Media and Communications, Office of the Vice President, Stanley Ocha, he explained that the Vice President couldn't continue with the tour to represent the trip, to represent President Bola Ahmed Tinubu at the 2024 US-Africa Business Summit in Dallas, Texas. He said that he had to do a detour based on the advice of the Presidential Air Fleet. But I can't wonder, detour not be say don't go before, can't detour. I will cancel.
No, he don't enter plane. Plane, they move when they go say,
something happened.
Back,
kept saying detour.
This plane, they do crack.
Did you hear crack?
Where you? No, detour means you take a different route.
Detour me, come back. But he will be represented by, let's get it.
He's back here to do national duty.
We know he's back.
The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Ambassador.
It's not even Dito, he turned back.
Not Dito, exactly.
Ambassador Yusuf Maitama Tuga will be representing the president at the event.
They said that even our president going to have to take commercial flights from Saudi Arabia to the Netherlands because the plane.
Yes, he is. I mentioned that then. And that means he not Dito.
So that means that they need to service.
No, it's because they don't have dollar. Dollar is expensive. They can't afford it. So they will continue to manage commercial flights. Abuja, the federal government yesterday dismissed insinuations that Nigeria is holding discussions with some foreign countries, as US and France, to cite foreign military bases in the country. This is even as some diplomats and various parties cautioned the federal government against allowing such military bases in the country. But the Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, urged Nigerians to disregard the falsehood. He said that the federal government had neither received nor considered any such proposal from the establishment of foreign military bases in country, because there were speculations then that they're trying to establish the French and U.S. military bases in Nigeria. I don't touch. So another story in Vanguard. Okay, moving on quickly to nobody has leadership. Tribune. Any story in Tribune today? Yep.
No,
You take Vanguard already.
Yes, we did.
Okay, Tribune. No plans for foreign base. I think I took that already.
I took
no
one
other
story. I took one story in Tribune that gunmen kill one and abduct 7 on the Shagamu.
Gunmen, yes. Please go ahead, YK. Tell us.
Yeah, they were traveling, and what do you call them? The kidnappers blocked the road, shot them, shot into the air sporadically, killed one driver of a Lexus Jeep. The police said that he had a bullet to his head. When they got into his car, they found 113,000 iPhone 11. iPhone, they didn't take his property. They just killed him and left him there. But one of the, I'm not sure if it was a driver or it was a passenger. He said he spoke Hausa to them. So they asked him if it was Hausa because they were Hausas. They asked him if it was Hausa. He said no, but he grew up in Kebbi and in Sokoto states. So they now asked him if he had any money. He gave them 103,000 naira and his phone. And then another driver from the east who gave the kidnappers 120,000, and they took them with them for a while and then asked them to go, but they took the other passengers.
Were kidnapped.
And the police have confirmed the story.
Okay, that's all we can take on Front Page Review this morning. When we come back, we want our hot topic of today. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your view will be right back.